Oi, oi, Aintree day one is upon us, and I'm going to be telling you all my bets for day one, funnily enough. I appreciate all the support for Cheltenham. I don't know how well all these ones are going to land as well, but I like to be open and honest with where my money is going. So please do like the video if you do like the content. Please do comment below what your best bets of the day are, and please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So, decent racing. We kick off with a nice novices chase in the opener where I'm going to be siding with Saint War for Willie Mullins. Step up in trip, I think, is something that's always looked like it would suit the horse. He was first run for Willie Mullins in a maiden hurdle over 2 mile 3, where he was beaten at 1 to 3, but then went on to win a county hurdle. Was touted as a champion hurdle at one point. He's got plenty of pace. His best effort was at Christmas when he won a Grade 1 novices chase. Relatively weak one, I suppose, but Visionarium was in second. It was interesting on his chase debut, they did go off and make the run-in when he was beat by Fildor, and he's been held up since. I do wonder if over 2 mile 4 they could make more use of him, but with Banbridge and then more likely stage style, there is a lot of pace in the race. So he could be ridden from any position, I think. I think he's a reasonable price. 7 to 2-ish, you might get bigger on the day, but Sam War for me in the first, I've had 30 quid on him. Second race, Zenta, the filly that ran really well at Cheltenham. She was one that I talked about as a bit of a price in some columns that I wrote out there. She ran well. She progressed from that first spin. Does look a good race, just doesn't look anywhere near as good as the Triumph itself. So I have backed Zenta for 60 quid. Backed her at about 13 to 8, I think, on Betfair. The exchange, that is. And then I've had a tiny little saver on Grey Val for Fergal O'Brien and Paddy Brennan. Just thought it was lots to like about the way she did things at Huntingdon. It's not beyond the realms of possibility that she's going to step forward loads, but she really would need to. She's about 12s, I think, now on the exchange, 13 or 14.0. I backed her at 12 on the exchange. Then we've got the big race, the bowl. I suppose it's the big race because Brave Man's Game is now a non-runner because the Financial Conduct Authority have taken him out. It was talk about the fact that he was only going to run in Brian Drew's colours at Aintree, so I'm guessing they're saying up with John Dance, but not my place to say. Really still does look a good race though. Sishkin's going to be favourite. He is on the machine when I last looked, about 2 to 1, 3.0. A Plutard second in the betting at 11 to 4, although Ahoy Signor's in and around the same sort of price, not far behind at 3 to 1. When me and Darryl did our video earlier, if you haven't seen that, Run and Racing, go check that out. We talked about this race and he talks about the fact that a Plutard was 4 to 1 for a Gold Cup, and before Brave Man's Game came out, he was 4 to 1 for this. Travelled pretty well in that race at Cheltenham where he did pull up, but it was like badly hampered by the fall of Ahoy Signor as well. I think a Plutard probably is a good enough price to be wanting to back. It wasn't one I was going to get stuck into. It's a race I was probably going to sit back and just enjoy, but now he's been revised as 11 to 4 on the exchanges. I have put £80 on the exchanges, but I will be looking with a view to lay some of that out. So whether I lay in running completely or not, I'm not 100% sure I'll do it, but I've had a good bet on him, which is technically my highest bet of the day, but it's more a price thing. Like, I will be looking to chop that out. Maximum I'd want to be risking probably is 30 quid on the race, but I will probably look to back him for the £80 and then in running look to lay at a shorter price. So I might put a lay in, say for example, maybe even 2 to 1, so it's a 3.0, and then I'll have £80 worth of free roll at 0.75. Different way for people to look at things, different way for people to do stuff, but that's just a touch on the trade that I've done in there. Constitution Hill runs the next race. It's a no-bet race, just watch the beast go and win. 1.13, I think he was last look. It's not even worth putting your money on, like it is, because he's going to go and win, but just leave it alone, sit back and relax. There's a Hunter Chase after this, not one I'd get too heavily involved in normally, but Wing Leader does look to have a great chance. 5.1 I managed to get on the exchange. I've had 50 quid on that. I do like Denta de Zobo. When me and Darryl recorded, he was 38 on the machine. I put a bet in for a tenner at 42. He is now 17 or 18 on the exchange. I said in a column I've written for GG or CheltenhamFestival.net that he should be half the price. He is about half the price now, so I haven't got my tenner on basically, but I think he's got a bit of a chance, but I might leave him at the price. Who knows, I might still have my tenner on. It's about a tenner stake. And I have a couple of quid on Ami Debois at stupid price on the exchange. It'd be about 250. So that's where we are with that. There's a 2 mile handicap chase after this where I'm going to be backing Hatcher and Dancing on my own. Dancing on my own is 10 to 1-ish on the exchange, and then Hatcher's about 12s or 14s. I think Hatcher getting in right at the bottom weight with third time lucky being at the top and effectively letting him carry £4 less, because if he wasn't in there, the next weight would go up £4. I think Hatcher's got a proper chance, and Darryl again alluded to the fact, took the words right out of my mouth, that if you go back to his last win, or what would have been his last win April last year where he fell, he's effectively £20 lower in this race, comes to life in the spring. I think he's got a proper chance, but Dancing on my own with Rachel booked had an easier race at Cheltenham this year than he did last year when he came second in the race. I think his chance is there for all to see. And in the Mayor's Bumper, Told you that Fun would run at Cheltenham. I mean, I did think she was going to run well, but there we are. This is a race where Paul Nicholls, right, hasn't won the Mayor's Bumper, but he does do all right in the bumpers recently. He's had Nappers Hill. I feel bad for not knowing. Remember the one before, the one that was within stage. Anyway, does all right in the bumpers, basically, at Aintree. And we know that Paul Nicholls likes to target Aintree. There's a mare in the race, and I feel real bad now because I've forgotten the name of it. It's the favourite. See You In My Dreams, I think it is. I sound so bad, I need to have a bet on something. But I've had 25 quid, no, a £35 on that on Bet365 because I had some money in there. 7-2, it was best odds guaranteed. I know we should be back in Willies in the bumper, but I was so impressed with this horse's debut. Like, literally won on a canter. I think she's quite good, so I'm happy to go on her. And I think we're getting the 7-2 because there is some Irish runners in there. So they are my bets for day one. I've got stuck into a few for Friday already. Again, on the Rant and Race, and if you want to have a sneak peek and look at that, then you can find out some of the ones I'm betting. There's one that I'm having a sizable bet on, a couple of £100. I can allude to which one that is if you want me to, but drop a guess in the comments below if you want to know. If not, just wait and see till tomorrow. Again, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate your support. Be lucky, and I will see you again tomorrow.